you're a multidisciplinarian, so how many different types of media do you actually use?
Well, I use illustration, sculpting, mold making and casting, and I do some digital work as well. I have painted before, but it's not really my forte.
Well, why is it not your forte as opposed to the more...
I like working in 3D. I'm more comfortable sculpting than I am painting. It's just what I connect with.
Sure. And can you talk about your art training? Where did you learn to do this? Are you self-taught?
On the streets. I learned everything on the streets. I was walking down the streets, and I saw this man. And he was whittling this little figure out of wood. And I said, "Hey there, Geppetto, why don't you give me some lessons, and I'll throw you a couple bucks." And he said,
"Oh, I don't know if I can teach my skills to you, Mr. Robot Man."
Was he Southern?
I think it was in the suburbs of Detroit. The man's name was Geppetto, and he taught me how to sculpt. From then, I've been sculpting robots and faces and tentacles and whatever else I see fit. Maybe someday I'll sculpt that bust of Geppetto that I've been promising him for so long. God rest his soul. We lost him last year.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear.
We lost him last year. It's a sad day. More so for me than him, since he's gone and he doesn't have to deal with the guilt that I told him I would sculpt a bust of him before he passed, and then he passes, and I haven't done it because I've gotten caught up in all this other stuff. Promote your book, put faces on the wall, and what about Geppetto?
What about
poor Geppetto, dead in the ground, and you know what I should do? I should put a face of Geppetto over his tomb.
I think that is...
That would be fitting.
I think that's lovely.
And that would be appropriate. I'm glad we had this conversation because until now, it never occurred to me to do such a thing. You'll get it, Geppetto. It's coming.
Where do you derive all this crazy inspiration from?
Well, now that Geppetto's gone, I've just been rifling through his old notebooks, stealing all his ideas.
Isn't that called plagiarism?
It is if Geppetto was around to sue me.
I thought he had to be dead for 30 years.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't have any family. It's just Geppetto, and he's gone, and I took all his notes and all his sketches, and I was like, these are great ideas, Geppetto. Too bad you can't use them. I will carry on your legacy. But change your name to my name, and now it's my legacy. No, where do I get my ideas? Just think of them. Sleep is good. Dreaming, daydreaming.
How do you sleep?
You have to unplug. At some point in the day, you have to just unplug. You sit down, you unplug, you power down.
Are you...
You get ready for the next day. And that's how sleep works. People think that, oh, I don't need sleep. I just walk through, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I did it again.
10 cents.
But no, you actually do need sleep. Helps you process what you're going through. Helps you come up with good ideas. Unless you're Salvador Dali. That guy didn't sleep at all. No. Look at all those ideas. Well, it was basically variations on one idea. Let's have a bunch of stuff melt over a bunch of other stuff. Not that he wasn't talented. He did it well.
Well, what do you think about artists like Mondrian, who painted squares of color for his entire career?
Who?
I
don't know who that is.
Okay. I guess he's...
Did she live here?
He was a 1950s abstract expressionist in New York.
Bull S. Bull S. I'm sorry.
What is your favorite song?
Oh, my favorite song. Can't say Tiptoe Through the Tulips by Tiny Tim. That's too expected.
Very common album.
Oh, Dark Horse by Katy Perry. That's the one. Dark Horse by Katy Perry. But I wish they took that stupid rap part out. Why has there got to be a stupid rap part in all the good songs? Get it out. Some stupid slick gimmick. There goes my cat. Hello, Fredrickson.
I did see Fredrickson.
He's like, where's my food?
So you're not a fan of rap music? Is that what you're...
Oh, no, I am. But I don't know why it has to be shoehorned into every pop song. It seems like a greasy trick.
It is.
A greasy producer's trick.
I'm pretty sure it is. Favorite movie, maybe?
Favorite movie? One of the best ones I've seen recently is Aquaman.
Aquaman. I haven't seen it yet.
Aquaman, let me tell you about it. It's the best of the DC movies because apparently DC can only make crap movies.
It's true.
And so you go see what should have been the worst of the DC movies because it's one of the worst of the DC characters, Aquaman. Go look at the old cartoons. Aquaman is terrible.
Yeah.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
So what do? We flip him on his head. We put some long-haired, muscly guy as Aquaman who doesn't give a crap about anything, and he's brilliant. Criticisms? A lot of it looked like it was part of the Power Rangers.
How so?
It was like very flat lighting. It looked like a TV show in parts. Unfortunately, it was the parts I was most interested in because it has one of my favorite villains, Black Manta, who just looked like a Power Ranger robot. I was like, what have you done to my precious Black Manta? It's just, and then announcing his name, it was very Super Friends. It was very Super Friends.
I'm Black Manta. Aquaman, you killed my father.
Oh, wow.
We get it, Black Manta. Tone it down. Use some subtlety. Can we fix the lighting in here somehow? It's a little bit too flat. Wonder Woman had the same problem. Very predictable. It was Captain America with a female lead. Wonder Woman deserves better. She does, especially this time. We needed a good Wonder Woman movie, and we got Captain America rebranded with a female lead. It was garbage, and everybody who says it wasn't is in denial.
I kind of like
Black
it.
Panther was terrible.
I like Black Panther.
I didn't even finish it.
Wakanda Forever.
I didn't even finish it.
No? That bad, huh? Or
I
most-
did get to meet my favorite. I called him a hero. He was at my last book reading. Thanos made an
I
appearance.
saw a picture of that.
Thanos made an appearance, and I said, Thanos, you're my favorite comic book hero. And he said, Thanos isn't a hero, he's a villain. And I said, Thanos, it's all in how you look at things. But I did get a picture with him, and I would say that Avengers movie, when Thanos sits at the cabin at the end, and he just sighs, and he looks out over the greenery and the mountains, that was peace. That was peace for me.
Do you look forward to the Captain Marvel?
No, I probably won't see it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm not going to see Captain Marvel. I'm just bored.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
I'm bored with all the superhero movies. They're all the same. I come from a different place. You don't understand me. I'm going to try to fit in. Now I'm the hero. And when you start to put emotional attachment on a movie that was made to sell toys to begin with, what are you doing with your life?
You're making money.
Okay, a bit of a confession. After we filmed this, I actually did go out and see Captain Marvel. It was going out of my sleeve. So I confess, I liked it a little bit. Stars Brie Larson, Nick Frost, David Bowie, and Jude Law. And to my surprise, learned a little bit about myself. So here's the confession. Apparently, Winterbourne's been listening to the soundtrack to Captain Marvel for the last 20 years. Yes, little thing about myself, I'm stuck in the 90s. At least music-wise, Smashing Pumpkins, Stone Temple Pilots. I was actually listening to the garbage song that they were playing in the movie on the way to the movie. It was on my iPod. Oh, an iPod is a little device that used to store music way before we used them on our phones. So anyway, so that's it. That's the update. I did see Captain Marvel. I did enjoy myself. And David Bowie does a stellar job.
Now, a good movie, Harry Potter. I've got on good authority. You haven't seen it.
I have not seen.
You haven't seen a single one.
Not a single Harry Potter.
I've seen all of them.
It's a shameful thing.
Multiple
And
times.
don't they have a griffin in one? I mean,
There's a Gryffindor. It's a house.
A
You
whole
should be
house.
watching it.
does it still hold up? You think?
I think so. I mean, magic is timeless. Use that as the quote for this interview.
Magic is timeless.
The Impossible Winterbourne. Magic is timeless. That's what I should
Actually, I
say.
think that's a beautiful title. I think I will.
Hello, yes. As usual, this program was brought to you by the Alphabots. The groundbreaking new book. It's all about robots. Takes you from first letter A all the way to the last letter Z. And look, here's a good one. B is for Balloonbot, who floats on the breeze. I wrote this by myself. You can just scroll through this book yourself in the leisure of your own home. It is a great thing to add to your own personal library, the Alphabots. get it at Amazon.com, follow the link down below, or order from my Etsy page, and I'll even sign it for you. Now go get it right now before I'm out, because stock is running a little bit low. So, alright, goodbye.